through the confession of the chamber that Farotimi, if Farotimi proves himself, he will be released. They have just confirmed our fears that there is a collusion based on that statement between them and the security agencies to punish Farotimi for his stand on issues. And of course, the security agencies are under President Tinubu.
Thank you so much. I welcome you to Politics Today. I'm your producer, Great. I am led by God to provide solution to the fallout of Dele Farotimi book, Nigeria and its criminal justice system. I have simple solution. As a man with the wisdom of God, because when you are in Christ, in him dwells all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge. So we have a very simple solution we can follow, and it will be a win-win for all. The cry of injustice, the cry of intimidation and harassment, all will die down. You see, it is unheard of that a man has not been given opportunity to answer to whatever be the charges against him. He's already in prison. He's already undergoing psychological torture. His wife and children are suffering. The relations are suffering. The parents are suffering because they are not comfortable with their son already in prison. We need to take these steps to resolve this simple problem. There is nothing difficult about the case before us. It's just that the Afebalola group are making a mountain out of a molehill. There is nothing in this case. So it requires that elder statesmen should step out and say, look at a simple solution to the problem. And that's what I'm presenting now. Let us ask all the cases filed in court, both Abuja, Badan, Ekiti, everywhere. Let's step them down. What we need to do now, as a people in search of justice, as a people who want to establish the truth, as a people who want to know who is right and who is wrong, what we must do now is to move from the known to the unknown.
Drugs and crime, Nigerian judges are amongst the biggest recipients of bribes in the country. This report, titled Corruption in Nigeria, Patterns and Trends, reveals that public officials in Nigeria received a staggering 721 billion naira in cash bribes in 2023. Unfortunately, judges topped the list of the recipients, highlighting the pervasive nature of corruption in that sector. Well, joining me on the program.
What is before us is the book written by Dele Farotimi. All the cases in court are just fallout of the content of that book. And what Dele Farotimi is writing about has to do with the corruption in the judiciary and those who have played one role or the other in the damaging situation we see concerning the judiciary. Somebody must receive bribe from somewhere. Somebody will deliver that bribe money to the judge. It is not the judge that will go and collect that money. corruption money passes through somebody, and in most cases, the lawyer must be involved. What are we going to do about this situation we find ourselves? Very simple.
Babalola bribed a panel of 5 appellant judges led by Justice Pius Olayiwola Aderemi, shame on them all, with $225,000 each to restore Mr. Haruna to office after an election petitions tribunal sacked him on grounds of electoral malpractice, according to classified U.S. intelligence published by global transparency group Wikileaks. So, Babalola should go and carry U.S. government now, bring them to Ekiti State and come and try, or whoever it is that leaked the document, let you go and carry him and bring him to Ekiti State and try him.
This allegation of bribery, which somebody said, I collected the money and I delivered it to appeal court judge number 1, appeal court judge number 2, appeal court judge number 3, appeal court judge number 4, appeal court judge number 5. 30 million. That is a very damning allegation before us. It has to do with the corruption in the judiciary, which the Farotimi book is all about. How people secure court judgments by inducing the judges. That's just what the Farotimi book is writing about. And Afe Babalola Chamber was mentioned. The lawyers under him mentioned. That's okay. With this revelation coming from America, this Wikileaks, let's start from there. Those who documented this, and the person who said, I collected from this lawyer and I gave this judge, let's bring them. Those judges mentioned, if they are still alive, let's get those who are still alive and ask them, is it true that you received this money? Because we want to get to the truth. That's what we are looking for. It is not arresting somebody and locking him up. That's not the solution. Let's move from the known to the unknown. There is something before us that will help us find out whether the Farotimi said the truth or not. Can we start from there? That allegation, that confessional statement, that look, I received this money from this lawyer and I took that money to this judge as directed, and they gave their ruling in favor of this Adamawa state governor as at that time, Bono Haruna, or whatever be his name. Can we deal with that? After that, we move into the confession of Yabagi Sani. How NNPC recruited somebody. Because if that is true, it raises a fundamental issue of character defect. And when there is character defect, a man of questionable character can do anything, practically anything. He stands for nothing and will fall for anything. So if we establish that what Yabagi Sani said is the truth, it has already helped us that, we should not bother ourselves anymore about what Lele Farotimi said. Having established those two cases, having confirmed that they happened, everything has been proved now. And where is it coming from? It's coming from the same chamber now. So what again? So we then know those cases that will just strike out, and those who have to look into. We may not even have any need of calling Lele Farotimi to offer any explanation again. These two cases before us, which have nothing to do with the book, it's not the Farotimi book. These are people saying things that actually collaborate what the Farotimi said. Can we get the Farotimi, release him, let him go and rest in his house, and let us handle these two confessional statements? And when we address these two confessional statements, we've discovered that all this noise about damage my reputation or no reputation. Because if these things are true, what Yaba Gesani said, and what Wikileaks contained about people being bribed to win governorship petition, if these things are true, then nobody's reputation was damaged then. Both chamber and individual, the case has proved itself. Can we start from the known to the unknown, so that we will not punish an innocent person unjustly? That is the wisdom of God. Let the human family follow it up. Let the Nigerian people consider this wisdom of God that is coming through God's servant. That if we do this, it may well be that Farotimi will not have any question to answer. There may not be any need to drag him here and there for one court to the other. It may just be frivolous exercise that serve no useful purpose. People are just grandstanding. It doesn't make sense. Let's move from the known to the unknown. If we do that, all these things will be sorted out. I'm led in the spirit to that if we just do these two things, we have sorted out the problem. So let us share this video. Let the authorities begin to act now. Wikileaks, let's follow it up. Get those involved. Giving the person, the governor who benefited from it, that Adamawa State governor at that time, thank God he's still alive. Let's get him to come and explain. Some institutions have already called Obasanjo to tell us what he knows about it. We can also call Chief Afeb Balola and say, this allegation, what do you have to say about it? So when we track down all these things, we will then know everything will fall in line. It's very likely everything will fall in line. And nobody will be victimized. Nobody will suffer unjustly. So let's move from the known to the unknown. That is the wisdom of God being presented as a simple solution to the Farotimi saga. Let us share this video and let us subscribe to this channel. It is for the common good of all.